Beep, 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 beep. How are we doing, people? Welcome to the Court of the Digester. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever you happen to be. Where are we going today? We are going to America. Oh, say, can you see? By the dawn's early light. So we're going to America, specifically to San Francisco. Are you going to San Francisco? I'm feeling musical this morning, right? This is such a perfect example of the dangers of wokesters and LGBTQ nut jobs and anti-racist Fruit Loops being allowed into an organisation. This is a perfect example. And it's particularly interesting for me because I'm writing year 3 of the Warrior Teacher Programme. I know there's a year 3. But there was never meant to be a year 2. And now I've been asked for year 3. So with my American mums, who are fantastic and I'm seeing later on at some point, I'm going to be writing year 3, which is going to focus on organisational capture and organisational structures and what can be put in place to ensure the woke don't get in them, right? So that's what we're looking at in year 3. So this is particularly a juicy piece of information that I should be including as a case study. So excellent. Here we go. Students at California school struggling after $250,000 in federal funds spent on woke kindergarten program. 250,000 in San Francisco. Now, California, sorry. Well, just San Francisco, isn't it? Students at a San Francisco Bay Area elementary school where officials hired a for-profit company called Woke Kindergarten. See how bad it can get? Now, let's just talk briefly. San Francisco is like ground zero, patient zero, whatever you want to call it. The epicenter, you know. If this was a film about a hive mind monster coming to the earth, rather like, do you remember Live, Die, Repeat with Tom Cruise, in which he constantly had to go over the same thing again until he could defeat the alien invasion. This is it, where they've got like this thing in the middle somewhere, and if you kill the thing in the middle, then you kill the lot of it. So San Francisco is like, that's it. There. There's like a big hole with a huge woke knob in it, and we have to get a grenade in there to kill it. That's what it is. Woke kindergarten. I mean, it's so blatant. So blatant. So woke kindergarten was brought in to train teachers. And this is a school that is continuing to struggle with some of the lowest math and reading scores in the state, according to a report. The school spent $250,000 in federal funds, that's public money, provided by a program meant to help boost test scores for some of the country's lowest performing schools, according to San Francisco Chronicle. But after 2 years with woke kindergarten, student scores are repeatedly worse. In a 4% drop in both areas in the last 2 years, less than 12% of students at Glassbrook Elementary in Hayward, California, can read at their grade level. And under 4% are proficient in math. Under 4%. This is just, it's like liberal teaching and labor, and socialist and left teaching has reached its absolute nadir in that it makes the child incompetent to function in the world to such an extent that they must, by default, rely on the state to keep them going. It's incredible. They are creating useless drones in kindergarten in California in the San Francisco Bay Area. Are you going to San Francisco? Hayward United School District Superintendent Jason Ryman told the Chronicle that hiring woke kindergarten, which he said was supported by parents and teachers after it was approved by the board, was more about boosting attendance than test scores. He said attendance has gone up by almost 20%. He said helping students feel safe and whole is part and parcel of academic achievement. It's not. What are you talking about? See, this is the kind of nonsense, right? First of all, it's the idea that kindergarten has got something to do with academic achievement. It hasn't, right? Go read some Piaget, you absolute idiot, right? Or for that matter, go and read some Rousseau so you can do the sort of between the two, and which bits should we be doing, which bits shouldn't we be doing? He added that this is just surreal. We are in favour 100% of abolishing systems of oppression where they hold our students back, and we will do so by any means necessary. Lunatics. Woke Kindergarten describes itself on its website as supporting children, families, educations and organisations in their commitment to abolitionist early education and pro-black and queer and trans liberation. Who in their right mind would send their child to that kindergarten, because that it is in essence they brought in Black Lives Matters to indoctrinate their children. Don't. This is how nuts it can get. Bear that in mind before you put your tick in the box for Labour. This is how nuts it can get. Good God. The organisation also has woke words of the day, like ceasefire, abolish, and woke wonderings. I've been doing my woke wonderings. I think they should do woke wanderings off a cliff. Right, that's what I think. And this is about challenging the legitimacy of the Supreme Court and abolishing the police, money and military. This is kids that are still shit to themselves. And teachers, why would you want teachers that do this? Another wondering asked, if the United States defunded the Israeli ministry, how would this money be used to rebuild Palestine? Scratch a wokester. Our reading scores are low. A Glassbrook teacher who is asked to remain anonymous told the Chronicle. The funds could have gotten us a regular interventionist. The teacher added of the woke kindergarten training, it slowly became very apparent if you were a dissenting voice that it's not what they wanted to hear. This is Chairman Mao. This is Pol Pot, right? This is Weimar Republic. It's just insane. You know, the little guys with the red armbands are going around re-educating people. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. Tiger Craven Neely, what a great name, another teacher at the school, told the Chronicle that woke kindergarten, I still can't get my head around that, trainers told him he should focus on disrupting whiteness in the classroom. It's racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism. They really are the full enchilada, aren't they, these woke people? What does that mean, he said to the Chronicle. I just want to know, what does that mean for a third grade classroom? Third grade. That's tiddlers, isn't it? Right? Craven Neely, who said he supports discussing racism in the classroom, said his request for clarification has got him temporarily banned from training sessions. Well, perhaps that's because you support discussing racism in the classroom with kindergarten kids, you absolute unbelievable quit. He added that one of the trainers referred to the so-called United States in one of the sessions. So, bigots, racists, anti-Semites, homophobes, misogynists. And these people thought, why don't we get them in to teach our children? An email to Woke Kindergarten received an automatic reply that the founder was recovering from surgery. Well, one can hope it's a lobotomy, but it might be a titty job, mightn't it? Or maybe let's mutilate your genitals job. Who knows? I don't care. This is ground zero, right? This is how mad it can get. Somebody sat down and thought, what we need our teachers to understand in order to teach 3-year-olds is that they need to be anti-Semitic, anti-woman, anti-gay, anti-white, generally racist, and possibly, if we can fit it in, psychotic and sadistic. Let's bring them in. That's the sort of, no. So we ticked all the boxes, great. Right, this is the sort of thing we need to teach our teachers so that they can produce the same in the students. But of course, it's not happening, is it? As we keep being told by various people. Have a good day, America. That was one for you. Oh, say. See you later. This is just nuts.